Chicago. In just a second, I'm going to turn around the camera and we're going to be talking with Britax, who is one of the major sponsors of the MomSelect suite here. And as you can tell from the background, we got so much going on. Blog Her has been really fantastic. I don't normally go to the parties, but this year I actually got invited to some. And I was going to kind of give you the highlights. So just so y'all know, we are going to be giving away in the next 30 minutes 3 Britax car seats. Now, if you're familiar with this, well, first of all, what you got to know is that the royal baby went home in a Britax. So we're going to be giving away 3 of them today. I'm also going to be giving away restaurant.com gift cards. I'm going to be giving away some Disney Store gift cards. So you will definitely want, I'm going to be pulling some popular bloggers over here to talk about what their highlights were. And so I'm just going to try to fill you in on as much as I can about what's going on here in Chicago. So first of all, let me just talk to you about like the places that I've been and I've seen. I heard that the keynote speaker was just out of this world this year at the conference, and I wasn't able to go, but for obvious reasons, if you watch me on Facebook. But anyways, I was able to attend several events. The Disney Infinity Party, which was put on by Charlene and Joey Fordham and the people at the Toy Book, and it was really spectacular. Disney's coming out with a system that will allow kids online to create worlds of Jack Sparrow and Monsters, Inc. and play games. And the best part is that it's less than $70, which is really, really cool. And then yesterday afternoon, I was able to go to, I went to the Sweet Suite, which also was put on by Joey and Charlene. And it was just a room full of toy companies, everybody from Hexbugs to Mega Bloks. And it was very, very, very spectacular. And then, of course, we're here in the MomSelect Swag Suite. Tonight, we have the Hasbro party going on, and, oh yeah, we got the Build-A-Bear, where they're going to have a showing of the Smurfs. And then from what I hear, tomorrow there's also a showing of the Delivery Man, which is a Disney film. So I'm really excited, though, I can finally talk about it. So you're going to hear it here first, but next year in May, Sony is releasing a movie called Mom's Night Out. So if you hold on a second, I might be able to grab somebody from Sony to talk about it. So Amy, ask her if she's willing to talk about it. Okay, you guys, I got to get another chair here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so we got so much going on that we got to, okay, we'll see if we can get my friend Chris from Sony to come and talk about it. But you guys, how awesome is that? After all the years of National Mom's Night Out, somebody is finally coming out with a movie. And it comes out in May, and wait till you hear. I'm going to let Chris, hold on, let me see where Chris is. There's so much going on in this room. I'm going to let Chris tell you a little bit about it. But, hold on, what's going on here? Okay, so while we're waiting, you guys, let me give away $25 gift card to restaurant.com. Elizabeth in my office is going to pull a name, and the way you win on MomTV is just, all you have to do is answer the question and be a part of the conversation, and then you get to win. Whoever we pick will get to win. And I want to welcome Nanette and Amy and Janine and Anna to the show. And okay, so you guys, there is a lot of great food in Chicago. Of course, I have not had a chance yet to eat any of that food because I've been on the run. But name a famous food that you can eat in Chicago. Something that you can only get here in Chicago. Okay, somebody, Marty, is talking about my favorite food, but there is one food. You just want to talk? Oh, really? Okay. So anyways, name a famous food, and we will pick a name. Okay. So Amy Hodges, you have got to know what my favorite food is that you can only buy here in Chicago. What is it? Come on, you guys. Oh, popcorn! Yay, Garrett's popcorn. I ate there. I ate there Friday night actually. So, anyways, let's pick a name, and then we're gonna get started with Britax. So, I'm gonna just do. I don't want to make y'all sick, but I'm gonna do a quick turn of the camera here. Hold on. 2 seconds. Okay, so in just a second, we'll be joined by Joyce from Britax, and we're going to be talking about the Britax car seats. And as you can tell, I got a lot of car seats going on in the background here. And the best thing is, here we go, we're going to be giving away several of those car seats in just a second. So we're getting our next guest on, you guys. Got lots and lots of things to give away. So I got to say, one of the highlights for me has really been interacting with some of the friends. I actually met new friends this year. There are a lot of new faces that are here in Chicago. And okay, so great, we got it. Come on, Chris. I didn't even think about it when you walked away. And I announced it. So this is my friend Chris from Sony, Chris Fuhr.
Hi.
And all of these people are watching us live on MomTV.
Oh, very fun. Hi, everybody.
And I just announced to them, because you just told me that you have a movie, Sony Pictures is coming out with a new movie, Mom's Night Out, and it comes out in May. So will you tell everybody about it, because we're all very excited.
Yeah. Okay, so I got to make sure I'm leaning the right direction as I came here. Mom's Night Out is a great, entertaining family comedy, and basically what it is, you know those nights where the moms just say, you know, I just want to go out to dinner with my friends, I just want to have a tablecloth, I don't want to cut anybody's meat, I'm just going to leave the kids at home with Dad. I mean, what could go wrong? And over the course of 24 hours, these three families in this movie find out that parenting really is an amazing, beautiful mess, and together we make great families, and everything will be okay in the end. So we're very excited. It's going to come out in May 2014, and it stars Patricia Heaton, Sean Astin, Trace Atkins, and Sarah Drew, who many of you may know is Dr. Kepner from Grey's Anatomy. But we just filmed it in Birmingham. Maria came while we were filming it.
It's cool, very cool. And it's a comedy, and it's definitely something that, from what I picked up from what I saw, that a mom and her husband can go see together.
Absolutely.
Like, it's probably funner that way.
Absolutely, because I think it's, you know, when those situations where you look at each other and say, well, we either have to laugh or cry, and it's so many authentic situations. Everybody involved in the movie are parents, and many of them are parents of young kids, and so there's so many things that we brought from our lives to the movie. For instance, my son is immortalized because there's a little boy in the movie who constantly gets things stuck on his head, and that was my thing to the movie, was having my son, who basically everything from a potty seat to a pan from the kitchen having to have extracted by the fire department.
Well, and you have a website that's up that you can actually register. So if any of the moms and dads who are watching want to get information, it's Mom's Night Out,
the movie.com.
The movie, and it's spelled with a GH, unlike National Mom's Night Out.
Right.
So, and Chris and I have actually become very good friends, as you guys know. You follow my journey through West Point, and Chris is actually, I'm so proud of her, is a West Point graduate. You wouldn't know, because she's so beautiful and feminine and non-stereotypical. But this woman, she can fight for us, you guys. So, and she has a daughter who's going off to college as well, so we share that.
And I've been an Army wife for 22 years, so I have to give a shout out to all the military wives out there. You have one of the hardest jobs on the planet, and we're so proud of all the military wives in this country.
Well, thank you so much,
Right,
Chris, for
you
joining us. I'm glad you were here so I could nab you.
Very fun. All right, y'all have fun. Thank you.
So there you have it, you guys. Mom's Night Out. It comes out May of 2014, and how excited am I about that? So we're going to give away 3 Britax car seats. So I'm going to get my friend Joyce over here. Joyce? Joyce is, this is like one of the, all right, there you go.
I am.
Okay,
Hi,
so,
everybody.
So this is Joyce, and she, let's see, they're all saying hello to you.
Hello.
So Joyce is the product manager of at Britax, and tell us a little bit about the product you work on.
Okay. Well, we have a full line of convertible car seats. That's primarily the products that I work on. And they range from 5 pounds all the way to 70 pounds in harness capacity. And they go rear facing all the way from 5 pounds to 40 pounds, and then turn and convert to a forward facing harness seat from 20 pounds to 70 pounds.
Okay, so somebody just asked about how you really pronounce the name of your brand.
Especially now with the latest news.
I know. Okay, so we'll talk about the latest news, but tell them how to pronounce it.
Okay. Well, here in the United States, we do pronounce it as Britax. Although in Europe, they pronounce it as Britax.
Okay.
So it's not incorrect either way, to be honest. But yeah, it is officially Britax in the United States.
Okay, so did you have anything to do with the with Kate Middleton actually selecting your car seat to take their baby home?
Absolutely not. Yeah, we did actually approach them, but they didn't want assistance. They wanted to pick their own seat, and they picked the Britax seat.
How awesome was that for you guys? Were you in the office going, woo woo?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because the European seats are a different line of car seats, but we all work together in designing our seats and testing our seats globally. So yeah, we are very proud about that.
Okay, so one of the things that the moms who are joining us, you can see the chatter going on. They're going to chatter a little bit more because we're going to give away one of your car seats. And we're actually going to give away 3 today, and this is the first one.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask everybody, one of the very important things that Joyce just talked about was the weight of how large your child can be. And I think that that's important because a lot of times people think, oh, my child's 2, doesn't need to be in a car seat anymore, or they're 3, and it's really about the weight of the child. Right. So what was the weight that you need to be concerned about with your child in one of their convertible car seats? Y'all put the answer up there, and in just a second, Elizabeth will pick a winner randomly, and you are going to get, what kind of car seat? Do you know what kind of car seat they're winning today? One of the convertibles, right?
Right.
So tell us a little bit about the car seat that we have on display. You know what we might do? This is the one on display.
Right.
We'll get up and we'll just move the camera over there. So maybe you could talk about it and show us the features. But how, as far as learning how to put the car seat in correctly, what's the best way for a parent to learn that? You have a safety.
Right. Well, all car seats have user guides. It's very important to read the user guide as well as the vehicle owner's manual. We also have demo videos online for all, whether you're using a latch or a seat belt, rear facing or forward facing. We have video clips for each of those installation methods in your vehicle.
Well, I have to tell you, and there's moms there saying that your videos are actually quite awesome.
Oh, thank you.
I have to tell you that one of the things that just the first time I went to the Britax factory in South Carolina was I just couldn't believe that bulletin board that you have with all of the moms and dads who have sent in pictures of their car wrecks and that their babies, I mean, there's one up there that the car isn't even there and the car seat is intact.
Right.
And I got to tell you, after seeing that board and seeing the sled test, I would never put my child. My niece needed a car seat, and I'm like, I will buy you the Britax because there is nothing that I would put my child in other than one of your car seats. And that is unpaid solicitation there. But unfortunately, not everybody gets the opportunity to see the things that I've gotten to see by being in your factory. The other thing that impresses me is there are so many people that hand put together and assemble your car seats. And they've been there for a long time. They really care. They're moms and dads themselves.
Right, absolutely. I mean, Britax does not compromise on safety at all. Where other manufacturers, stop, we continue. And when it comes to safety and innovation, everybody needs to meet the federal regulations, but we design and engineer our seats with safety technology that you can actually see, and you can see how it works. Our safe cells, our VersaTether, the steel bars. You can understand. When you look at the seat and review it, that there's definitely some technology in here that really makes it go way above and beyond what's ordinarily out there.
So let's give away the first car seat. Elizabeth, you can do that. And before we give away the second one, I'm going to move the camera right behind me so that Joyce and Joyce, she knows this stuff, man. She can show you and tell you anything about them. So let's go back to the car seat. We'll just move the, oops, here we go. Okay.
Now the speaker, I should probably speak louder now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, so this is our advocate seat. This has all of the technology. This is the top of the line. So we can walk around this seat and you can see, all the different features there. They've actually installed it, so it's installed the latch. This way I can turn it and you can see the sides of the seat as well. So when I speak about our safety technology, the primary technology I'm speaking of is our head safety technology. There's primarily 4 features that help to reduce the forward head movement. The number 1 cause of death in crashes is head injury. So with that, we actually have integrated steel bars that run all the way up and along the side of the seat. So they help to anchor the vehicle seat into the vehicle where the seatbelt and latch pass over, but also it gives it a rigid spine to help it from flexing forward like all plastic seats do. Also, we created, and it's difficult to kind of see here, but in the base area there's these light gray honeycomb-shaped components, and those are what we call our safe cell technology. And that actually is designed to compress in a crash, and as that seat's moving forward, those compress and lowers the center of gravity and counteracts that forward head movement of the child. Another technology is our VersaTether. You'll find that all car seats have a tether, but Britax is one of the only ones that has a 2-point attachment, and that distributes the crash forces. But then on the inside, you actually have these stitches. I'm going to try to show them to you here. These stitches are designed to actually tear in a crash, and they work like anti-lock brakes. So it slows that forward movement and helps to keep that head back and ride down that crash.
Who would have thought? You're probably looking at it going, I wonder what those stitches are.
Exactly. And then lastly, our hugs with safe cell technology. You'll notice that there's chest pads. Britax is, this is unique to Britax. These chest pads are designed to, it has material in the back that compresses to manage energy, but also it's attached to the shell to help keep them properly positioned in the child's chest in the event of a crash. So all of those technologies work together in helping to reduce the forward head movement of the child. And what's important about that is obviously the further out the head is, they have the opportunity to hit the seat in front of them or being exposed to intruding objects. So the goal is to keep that head as far back as possible. And
so before we continue, there is a lot of features, but there's 4 that makes Britax really, really safe. If you name one of them, your name will go in the stream to be selected for one of these convertible car seats. And let me tell you, you're going to want to win it. So what are one of the features, and Elizabeth in just a second will select a winner, but share it with us as we talk about buckling in the seat properly.
okay, wonderful.
Okay,
All right.
so one of the things that I've heard, Joyce, is that it's really easy to buckle in a Britax car seat. Show me.
Okay, I can do that. All right, so what we've done is we've designed a belt path that you can access from the front of the seat. So that's one of the main reasons that it's easy, because what you can do is you can access the belt path. If I'm say this is the forward facing or even rear facing, you just pull the cover open like this and it kind of exposes the whole belt path. So now you know exactly where that seat belt goes.
Oh, here it is.
So there's the opening on the side, and it's clearly labeled even on the side of the seat where the belt path is. Very kind of sticky. But we can kind of just talk to it. That's fine. It works just the same. So you'd pass the vehicle belt through there, and you'll notice these little red, what we call lock-offs. There's one on either side. You only want to use the one closest to the buckle, so you would open it up. There's two pieces that open up. The seatbelt passes through there. You then buckle it in, and because there's like an indentation, it kind of self-cinches. You don't have to put too much pressure into the seat. You just take the slack out while you're pushing down to get the slack out of the belt, and then you close the lock up over it, and it takes that last bit of slack out. So it reduces the amount of weight you need to put into the seat to get that tight installation.
Right. And then you just flip it back.
And then you just, replace the cover. Now you do want to use the top tether, though. I mentioned that it has that technology. Although, if you have an older vehicle, you may not have a tether anchor, but most vehicles after the year 2000, well, all of them will have an anchor of some sort.
Right.
And you do want to use it. That significantly improves that forward head movement.
Great.
Right.
Well, we will we'll select a winner for the Britax car seat. There we go. Oh, I forgot to pull back the table. That's what it was. I knew there was a trick for getting us back here. And, we are welcome. Would you take any questions from the audience?
Sure.
Okay.
No problem.
So if you guys have any questions for Joyce, as you can tell, she's quite knowledgeable about her car seat. So if you have a question, feel free to put it in the chat room, and we'll take questions. When can a child be front-facing now?
That's an excellent question. Rear-facing is definitely the safest way to go. So you want to stay rear-facing as long as possible. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends staying rear-facing to at least 2 years of age. Car seats today have rear-facing limits 35, 40 pounds. Our seats do go to 40 pounds rear-facing. And one, fallacy is that people think that their feet are touching the back of the seat, they need to turn them around, and the child's uncomfortable. And that's absolutely not true. They're still safer, and there really is no evidence that there's injuries occurring because their feet are touching the back of the seat. Children are very flexible. They can sit Indian style or their feet up on the seat back, as well as it's more the parent's perspective that the child's not happy rear facing.
Right. Okay, so price and the washability of the cover are the two topics everyone's asking about.
Okay, well, wonderful. Our car seats, we have a full line of car seats. From the roundabout all the way up to the Advocate, there's 5 car seats, and it ranges from $200 all the way up to $370.
And what would this one retail as at the
The
high end?
Advocate is at that high end.
Okay.
Right? So that's the $370.
But oh my gosh, if you're going to put a price tag on your child's life, $375 is nothing. And what about washing the car seat?
We actually recommend to hand wash it and line dry it, and that's primarily because these car seats have a life of 7 years. So in order to make sure that those covers are last for the full 7 years, you'll want to hand wash them. And we do design them to wash nicely with the type of fabrics that do stay clean.
Well, if the prince is safe enough, then their child is too. But one of the things that I was kind of surprised with going through your factory is that you have this whole chemistry lab where you're doing fire resistant tests and all of that on the fabrics that we always think of the construction of the car seat, but you do a lot of work on the fabrics too.
There are regulations, just like for crash testing, but again, Britax goes above and beyond in ensuring that we not only meet the regulation, but surpass it for the quality of those car seats. But it's not only fire retardant, but abrasion and color fastness to light or different, liquids and those type of things. So we test for all of that.
So the other thing that I think is amazing is that you really are here in the United States assembling these car seats, and again, I just have to say I was just so impressed with the longevity of your associates who are assembling them. What is the URL of the website where folks can go to find out more and the safety element? You have a special design website, right?
Yep. I mean, that's our safety center, and you can actually get there from our homepage.
Okay.
So if you just were to go to britaxusa.com, you can get right to the safety page. But there's also safetyoucansee.com, which
Okay.
is talks primarily more about the convertibles and the safety features we touched on earlier.
Okay, and you guys, we have one more car seat to give away. I do want to remind you, though, the folks at Britax have been so generous. We are literally giving away car seats all day long, or at least as long as the swag suite's going on Twitter as well. So if you're following me at Mom Talk Radio, my team will be tweeting out questions, and you'll be able to win. So, you know, if you know a mom who's not watching right now, tweet them and let them know that they can win one of these awesome car seats today by following us on Twitter, following Britax on Twitter, and hey, this could be your lucky day. So there are so many great, for our final question, there are so many great features and so many great things about Britax. Name your favorite thing that about a Britax car seat or Britax the company. And you can't say that Joyce is your favorite thing, but but she is awesome. She's a mom and she has kids and she's very. I gotta tell you, you guys are so committed to what you're doing.
You have to become passionate.
Like, I gotta tell you something. I work with a lot of people, but they're so committed to what you do. Like, I'm crazy. I'm like, oh, let's do this, and they're like, no, we have to stay true to the safety of our product. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, okay, scratch that idea. So, but they are. It's wonderful to have a group of people behind a product like that. So. Name one of your favorite things about Britax, and we will draw a name in just a second. So, what did you think of the swag suite so far? Have you met a lot of moms?
Yeah, I mean, they're all moms, and they're all, to your point, committed. And I'm very interested that they're pretty well educated already, but you know, they're eager to learn, and they're asking all the right questions. This is a wonderful event.
Oh, good. Well, we're happy that you're here because you're a big part of it. And we got our video showing over there, which is great. So, okay, Elizabeth, you can select a winner, and we'll talk a little bit about how we're going to give away the rest of the prizes. So thanks, Joyce. You can get back to talking all the moms.
Nice to see all of you. Thank you.
So, we don't want to show that ugly side, so I'm going to move over here, you guys. And I got to tell you that we're just so excited about Britax being here, and we're excited about you being here. If you will go on Twitter throughout the day, you're going to learn about how you can win more of these Britax. But in the meantime, let's give away $30 worth of... Let's give away $30 worth of Disney Disney gift cards, and we're going to pull some moms over to talk about their highlights of Blog Her, and just see what's going on so that you guys who aren't here can enjoy. So earlier in the show, I mentioned 2 Disney things that were happening here at Blog Her. One was the launch of a new Disney game, and the other was the launch of a new Disney movie that is coming out. So, hold up my pass. Okay, let me give you the question first, and then we'll talk about my pass. So not Mom's Night Out, because that one's not a Disney movie, but I mentioned it's called The Blank Man, and then we had Disney game that's coming out. So, tell us the name of the movie, and in the meantime, okay, so somebody made this very funny badge for me. It's not an official Blog Her badge, but somebody made me this badge because, here, that's the other side of it. But anyways, my pass got revoked, as most of you know, because I was holding this event. But I'm not alone. I felt really good last night when I found out that Barbara Jones's pass also got revoked. So so I'm not alone. You know, there's 2 of us. And I'm very excited about being here. So anyhow, Amy, how about Maria Ramos? So we're going to get a popular blogger. I think I'm going to get Maria Ramos over here to talk about what's going on at Blog Her. You know, because like everybody, that's the kind of the cool thing about Blog Her. Everybody has a different experience, and like I've never been to the Social Lux party. In fact, I don't even know who gives the Social Lux party, but because there's so much going on, everybody kind of has a different experience. So I thought it would be really cool to pull over a few moms and talk about their experience. And I think Maria Ramos is coming over to talk with us in just a second. You know, when you put 100 mom bloggers in the same room, it's just kind of crazy how things. Okay, so we have people going by with good food, and come on, Maria. Okay, so I'm pulling you in here to talk about. Well, first of all, everybody wants to know how your husband's doing because we all know, you know, that he's been recovering, right?
Yeah, and I really appreciate everybody's concern. And he is doing a lot better. Every day is a new step in the right direction. He's working really hard.
Good, because we all love you. Okay, so how's your Blog Her experience been this year? Like, what have you done? You know, have you met any new people, that kind of thing?
Yes, I've had a chance to meet a lot of new people as we're going through some in passing, and some have had a chance to get to talk to and get to know a little bit better. And it's also a great way to reconnect with some friends who I've met in past conferences and events that we don't get to see each other as often.
So have there been any surprises for you? Or, I mean, you live here in the city, so.
Well, the weather.
Oh, yeah, it was so cold. It was so cold. And it's supposed to be record low tomorrow, I think.
Yeah. Well, you know, we are coming from 100 degrees last week to feeling kind of spring-like, fall-like over here.
Right.
So for us Chicagoans, we know that Mother Nature out here is a little bit confused.
Right.
But from those, I've heard a lot of people from Florida who are not as used to this chilly weather and probably did not prepare as much.
No.
You need a jacket.
I had to go buy a sweater at H&M. Well, quickly before I let you leave, tell everyone where they can find you on Twitter and your blog.
You can find me on asavingswow.com and also at MARITRAMOS or at a savingswow on Twitter.
Well, thanks so much for being with me.
Thank you.
Let me pull you over here. Okay, I got another mom. You guys are going to know her. I don't even know, how I'm supposed to introduce her. Get over here, Susan. So, she's actually a mom that I've become very good friends with. I can always count on her bringing me gifts, but thank goodness. Well, first of all, I got to tell you that I went to the. Hold on, we got to get you into the.
Okay, sorry.
Here.
I'm not. Oh God, cleavage. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I have no cleavage, so you don't have to worry about that. So, anyways, thank goodness you brought me that Snoopy T-shirt because
They were out?
no, but I'm so embarrassed to ask for anything.
Oh my God.
That I wanted one last night when I got there, but I was too embarrassed to ask for
Well, they
one.
were so cute. We had
They were really cute.
So I was like, you know what? I knew you were busy.
Yeah,
and
well, that was
you never
nice.
know by the time you get there. It's
Right,
all gone.
right,
And they
right.
were like, take what you want. I'm like, strap one
Well,
first. So.
yeah. So, anyways, so people are saying hello to you.
Hi.
So what's kind of been your highlights from Blog Her?
Well, I haven't been to any of the sessions. And I think they just started
Yeah,
today,
they
the
just
pre-one. I stopped by the expo a little bit last night, but I have to say, I loved your event last night. I got there on the tail end.
Oh yeah.
And these are outside of.
So how was the expo in general? Was it crowded? Were there a lot of
Actually,
people?
last night when I went,
Did it seem a little calmer this year? I don't know.
much more calm.
I won't be able to go to the expo, so can you tell me about it, Susan?
Okay, so it's definitely set up a lot more organized than it was last year in New York. It's far though. It's far. It's
I know.
off-site. You have to take a shuttle. I actually ended up taking a cab, $15 cab ride. And yeah, I mean it's nice. The space is really nice, and there's a lot of really nice brands there who are, it's the first day, so they're very excited to meet everybody. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
We'll
tomorrow.
see what happens by the end of the week.
So, are you allowed to talk about any of your new projects?
I mean, I guess I can.
You don't have to.
No, I'm
Just
actually.
watch her Twitter feed. 'Cause
Yeah, I'm getting ready to launch a new website beginning to mid-August,
that's cool.
and I'm really excited.
That's because she's going through a new phase of her life. She's
Yeah.
going to be a college mom like me. Woo woo!
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that makes me sad and happy at the same time.
Yeah,
we
I
talked
know.
about that.
Yeah.
And pretty much right now, and I've got a lot of writing to do. I just got back from Disney Sports Festival, which was an amazing experience. Got to find out all about the wide world of sports at Disney and all the stuff that they offer for moms, teen moms, and athletes. And it's amazing. It's another whole part of Disney
Right.
that I totally encourage anybody to look into, especially if you're a mom of an athlete like I am. All four of my kids are involved in sports programs. So that was fun. I'm getting, writing all my stuff about that. So that's what I'm doing.
Good, good. Well, thanks for joining me today.
Always good to see Maria.
You guys, thank you for joining us. Remember, all day long on Twitter, we're going to be giving away things directly here from the Swag Suite. If you want to win one of these Britax car seats, follow me on Twitter because we're going to be giving it away all day long here on MomTV. And don't forget to come back here to MomTV because next week we're going to give away Swag Suite merchandise to lucky followers. We're going to have an online social. So stay tuned. Don't forget to come back, upload your video because it's a great way to expand your brand. And I appreciate everyone being here today. Thanks to Britax. And we'll see you all later on. Thanks so much. Bye.
I'm going to take that out.
Oh, thank you.